Hi, thanks for joining me on my vlog today. I am Kerry and I am a multi-genre author. I'm currently in my romance era, so that's what I'm writing at the moment. But today we are going to be going through some books that I have bought. For some of you that follow me, you will know that I am a massive Vinted book buyer, purely because I live in Spain and most of the second-hand shops, they're all in Spanish, whereas I can read Spanish. There's nothing like reading a book in your own language, to be honest. So I rely a lot on Vinted to keep the amount of books I'm buying in a year down to a minimum. I do buy off Amazon, but I limit that. You know, it has to be absolutely really grabbing my attention if I'm going to buy it off Amazon, or obviously be somebody like a Melanie Harlow book or somebody that I'm, you know, is my go-to author. I've bought something like 20 books, and to be honest with you, I've had them for a couple of weeks. I've only just got to unpacking the box because it's just been really manic for me lately with my corporate job and the 3 books that I'm writing. You have to excuse me, I have got a frog in my throat. I just got over a virus. So the first book I have unpacked is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's called Malibu Rising. So I've wanted this book for quite a while, and I'm really pleased that I have finally actually got round to buying it. But they wanted something like €22 to buy this book on Amazon. So I've been waiting for my seller on Vinted to actually get this one in. So I'm really pleased with that, and I'm really looking forward to reading her. I have got the 7 Husbands book also by her, but I haven't, God, this is embarrassing. It's been on my TBR for over a year. You know, I really, really wanted it. I bought it as soon as I saw it, but I still haven't read it. So I don't know if you are the same, but I'm really bad like that. I mean, I've got my TBR. Let's not talk about that. So the next book I've got is by an author called Jane Jesmond. It's called On the Edge. I've never read this author before, but what grabbed me the most was the cover and the blurb about it. Jane Shaw has climbed all her life, daring a sense of sheer rock faces, crumbling buildings, cranes, the riskier the better. Anyway, the blurb does go on, but it was the first 2 lines that got me because I'm a rock climber, used to do snow and ice climbing, and the mere fact that there is any mention of the word climbing in a book, it will get me instantly. So this is On the Edge. I'm looking forward to reading this, and I think I'm probably going to read this one first. I say that, but I'll probably end up buying another load of books. So this one has been doing the rounds a lot on TikTok. This is called Cat Lady. It's got fantastic, absolutely brilliant reviews. And it's got a cute picture of a cat on the back. I'm a massive cat lover. And I didn't buy this one immediately because I'm not really one for buying books straight away when they come out and there is so much hype about them. And also I'm a massive indie author supporter as well. But this one's got fantastic reviews, and I saw it on my seller's site, and I thought, okay, you know what, I'll get that. It's supposed to be really good. So if any of you have read this, please do leave me some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on that one. I'd love to hear. I'm also a massive Lee Child fan, and I absolutely love his books. This one is a little bit around the edges, but I mean, God, for €4, you can't complain. I mean, it's a hardback as well, so, and it's got a stunning cover. And it's a Jack Reacher one. It's called Gone Tomorrow. I'm obsessed with Jack Reacher series. I love it. I watch it. I binge watch it. I watch it again, binge watch it. I am a little bit nuts for the Jack Reacher series, and I'm covered in paper because my seller put it all in a box with shredded paper, so I've got paper everywhere. This is called A Beginner's Guide to Acting English by Shapi Khorsandi. I didn't actually buy this book, but what she does sometimes, because I buy from her for so much, she always puts me in some random books. So, yeah, we'll see. It's always nice to get a surprise, and it's always nice to get something free as well. So we will see what that one is. Right, we're going to do a couple at a time because I don't want my vlog to be too long on my books. This one is a Christmas book called It Started With a Kiss by Miranda Dixon. So you can tell I've had these for actually more than 2 or 3 weeks because I would have bought these towards sort of beginning of December really for my Christmas reads, but I ended up buying lots of other books that I read for Christmas. But it's nice to know that I've got these now on my shelf to look forward to Christmas this year. I've got a few more that Christmas books. Christmas with the Ops Rooms Girls. I really love a nostalgic vintage read, and this will definitely deliver on that. It's by Vicky Beebe. So if you haven't read a Vicky Beebe book before, I really highly recommend it. I mean, gosh, this woman must have done her research and then some. She's a really fantastic author, and there's always romance in there. And I just love the way that all her characters, they all pull together, and, you know, she always shows it's all about friendship and kindness and acts of generosity, and she's just a really fantastic, lovely author. She's one of my favourite authors as well for that sort of era. So these 2 books are Who's Line Now by Susan Lewis. This I got because the cover really grabbed me. I've never read this author before, so if anybody's read her or recognises her, On every street, someone has something to hide. I love a thriller, and I really love a psychological thriller. So that is one of my favourite genres, that and romance as well, and horror. I don't mind some horror. This is another Jack Reacher. It's called Make Me, again by Lee Child. I think in this book haul, I've bought 3 Lee Child books. But like I said, I'm a bit obsessed with the whole Jack Reacher thing, and I just can't get enough of them. We have got here, this is The Perfectionist, and this grabbed me because of the cover. It's by Sarah Shepherd. If you haven't read Sarah Shepherd, I can highly recommend her as well. She's very, very good. She's also the author of Pretty Little Lies, which most of you will probably have heard because it was a BookTok sensation not too long ago actually. But I do like this author. I'm quite partial to her, and I really love this cover. So that's going to be quite a thrilling read as well. And then I've got Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Again, because it's a thriller, a psychological thriller, I've not read this author either, so I'm quite excited to read her books. I've stemmed away a lot from just Frida McFadden and other authors that are really, really super well known for thrillers and psychological thrillers, because I like to try lots of different authors as well. Because, you know, there's so many fantastically written books out there that it's just worth stepping outside of your usual author, your go-to authors, to see what else is out there. This is a Christmas book, Lakeshore Christmas by Susan Wiggs. So I've not read her before, but you know, the cover was cute, it was adorable. I was in my Christmas era and I just couldn't resist it. And then I bought another Christmas book by Debbie McComber, Falling for Christmas, and I love her. I mean, Debbie McComber really is the author of all things Christmas. I mean, she writes just fantastic romances. She doesn't just write Christmas, you know, she writes other books. So I love her, and if it's got her name on it, then I'm going to buy it. So I got these 2 books as well. One is called The Husband's Secret. It's by Leanne Moriarty. Again, I've not read any of her books, but I have been collecting some, so I'll probably binge read her at some point when I get around to clearing some books off my TBR. And this one is Death Row by Michelle Lyons. Again, because, you know, they're thrillers, they're psychological thrillers, and I did so many Christmas books. I think I must have read something like 40 or 45 Christmas books in my Christmas era over the end of November and December. I tend to go into thrillers and romances back again when it comes to sort of January time, and I just devour them. I absolutely love them. And also one of my favourite genres to write are thrillers and psychological thrillers as well. So, you know, if you ever have a look at my link, you'll find some of mine that published on Amazon. The Serial Killer's Sister by Alice Hunter. Never read Alice Hunter books. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I just love discovering a new author. There's just something about picking up an author's book. But I do see here that it says a gripping heart-in-mouth crime thriller perfect for fans of K.L. Slater. And I love Kim Slater. I don't know if you've read Kim Slater. In fact, I just finished an audiobook of hers. She's a fantastic author. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm itching to sniff these books, but I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm always doing that on camera. This is The Stationery Shop of Tehran, A Country in Turmoil and a Love Story Just Beginning by Marjan Kamali. So this is going to be a romance, and I think it's probably going to be heartbreaking scenes in it as well. And I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've never ever read this author before, so it will be... Okay, I'm going to do it. I can't help myself. So I'm quite looking forward to it. It was the cover. It was all those oranges, and it's just stunning, isn't it? And you can tell that just by looking at the cover that it's going to be full of emotion and it's going to pull at your heartstrings. And so I'm hoping there is a happy ever after. And then I've got a random book that the girl has given me, The Wilding by Marion McCann. And I have no idea what it's about. In 1672, a generation after the Civil War, Jonathan Diamond, a cider maker, has so far enjoyed a quiet life. But then he discovers a letter from his dying uncle hinting at inheritance and revenge. And he becomes determined to unravel the mystery in his family. This is the cover. Not something I probably would pick up to read, but it's always really good to expand yourself and just to step out, like I said before, out of your comfort zone. So it's probably not going to be high on my agenda on my TBR, but I mean, obviously every book I've got I will read at some point, but I think I have to read until I'm at least 150 and not buy any more books ever again, which is never going to happen. So I don't think, like most of you out there, that I'm ever going to finish my TBR.